Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. So I'm going to wait for a few of y'all to get in here today. Today I'm just going to be doing the weekly tarot reading. I've just been called to do those. Just looking at the energy for the week ahead. Let's see. And I've already connected with my guides and meditated. Um, but yeah, got some good messages from my guides. So I'm gonna wait for a few of y'all to get in here. So the goal is today to do weekly readings, and once I do the weekly energy reading, any time left after that, if you have specific questions in mind for yourself, then you can go ahead and check out the description box on how to donate. Oh, let's see. But I hope that everyone is doing well. I can't believe that July is almost up and we are moving into August energy, which is Leo season. So that's going to be exciting. All right. I'm just trying to set up my stuff here. So let's see. Let's see, it's July 28th through August 3rd. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Mm. All right. So, yes, so I'm excited for today because definitely, oh, there we go. Definitely have some good things in store. All right. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Tony, and I read tarot. I'm a psychic medium, so I connect with my guides for messages that come through. I'm a licensed Reiki master, which is just energy healing, and I'm also a licensed mental health therapist. So a lot of times I do incorporate and mix in spirituality, tarot, all of my spiritual tools to kind of guide me on my path. So let's go ahead, and if my allergies don't interrupt, let's go ahead and get into the week ahead and the vibes that we're having to look into. So hopefully this is helpful for the week ahead of ways to like plan and set yourself up for success for the week ahead. Um, okay, so my guide said that this week they're really encouraging us to focus on a slower pace, deeper feelings, reflection. My guides are almost showing me like you can either go with like a turtle or a sloth, but really slowing things down. I know like once August comes in Leo season, it is like fast paced energy, go, go, go. A lot of y'all are preparing either to enter your kiddos back into school, or maybe you're going back to school. So this is really going to be a week of transitioning from July to August, and it's still that slower pace. We are still in Mercury retrograde, so that is about reviewing, refining, reflecting. So if you have any old projects or any things that you're like, going back and reviewing, this is a good time for that as well. This is a really good week for introspection. Emotional processing, really taking your time and really connecting with your internal world, and recalibration. If you're feeling like things are kind of shaky or they're not working the way that you wanted them to work out, thinking about how to recalibrate, how to realign yourself if you feel like you're out of alignment. Because, we're not going to be in alignment all the time, and that's okay. So this week is really about slowing down to like learning how to recalibrate and really focusing on how you want your energy to kind of flow throughout the week. What else do we have? We have Venus is entering Cancer July 30th. Hi, Firefly Magic. So with that, my guides were saying like this week after July 30th, it's going to be a spotlight on your home life, your domestic life, intuition, relationships. If you feel like there's any type of disconnection within connection, like really try to focus on connection, bonding, understanding. That's going to be really, really important. Okay. You don't want to like move too fast this week, talk too fast this week. Make sure you're like focusing on clarity. It's going to be really, really helpful. Okay, so for the beginning of the week, my guides were saying um, focus on visualizing the outcome that you would like to see for the week. Like visualize, like paint a picture in your head. And I know for some people it's hard to visualize. So maybe visualizing with like a Pinterest board, like creating like a vision board or something like that. But you really want to take time, and it doesn't have to take long, 5-10 minutes. Really think about, how would you like this week to go for you? Like if you had a magical wand, like, and really think like outside of the box. Like you don't want to think like, well, last week was this week like this, and then this week is like this. Like you really want to think like, if you had a magical wand and you had control over the energies of this week, what opportunities would you like to flow in your life? Or how would you like certain things to happen in your life? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the first card. But starting off your week with visualizing is really going to allow you to guide your energy and your subconscious mind where you want it to go. Because midweek, like I'm sensing like our energy is going to be like kind of scattered. So you want to make sure that you start off the week just setting some really good intentions about how you want this week to go. So we're starting with open the door. So my guides are saying the door is not opening right now, but this is the time to visualize the doors that you want open. And, remember, you are not your circumstances, so don't allow the world to tell you what doors are going to open. Think about and visualize the doors that you would like to actually open. What opportunities would you like to come to you, whether it's a new job or, starting a business. It can literally be anything, a new partnership, a new friendship. So, the beginning of the week is really about thinking about if there were doors that could be created and open, what doors would you want to be open? We have Magician and the Mirror. So, this could talk about mirror work, speaking to yourself in the mirror, visuals, visualizing, just self-talk. With the Magician, this is essentially saying like you have all the tools in your toolbox to attract in the life that you want. Remember, you can't see the energy, but you can feel it, right? So you want to make sure that, we're like a magnet, and whatever energy we're sending out, that is what we're attracting in, right? So if we're feeling rested, if we're feeling recharged, if we're feeling at ease, then we're going to attract in people and circumstances and experiences that are going to reflect that. But if we're feeling chaotic or conflicted or out of alignment, then we're going to be attracting that in. So we're really taking that time to really focus on what you want to attract in with the Magician and Mirror here. Okay, so let's see, midweek. Midweek, my guides are saying like, our energy could be a bit scattered, and that's only because of the week progressing. I don't know about you guys, but I noticed like with my younger kiddos, like as the week progresses, like they get more tired, they get more irritated, they need to take a nap. And I think it happens for adults as well. So making sure that you're not allowing your energy to get scattered. So midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Maybe thinking about ways to ground yourself, maybe incorporating like some type of movement in your day to day, going for a walk. Like, I know it's midweek. I need to like do something that I can like connect with the earth, connect with nature, connect with my body, because that's also going to be a way to recalibrate your energy. My guides are also saying midweek, like, don't allow distractions to like scatter your energy. So, like the news, social media, maybe there's certain things like drawing your attentions to it. My guides are saying, like, you have control and autonomy over your energy. Like, just don't allow it to like seep out the cracks, if that makes sense. So, being like mindful of what you're ingesting as far as social media and stuff like that, like checking in with your body when you're watching these things on social media. Do you feel good? Do you feel heavy? Like, you just want to make sure you're protecting your energy. Hi there, I'm doing good. So nice to see you. I hope you're doing well also. But yes, my guys are saying midweek, remember, where your thoughts goes, energy flows. So get you a good reset this midweek, whether it's taking a walk, stretching, dancing, going to the gym. Because my guys are saying, are you allowing yourself to guide your energy where you want it to go, or are you allowing external circumstances to guide your energy? Say, midweek your boss is like throwing these deadlines at you, or people are like stressing you out. Like, those are considered distractions as well. So just being mindful of your energy midweek is going to be very helpful. So remember, you are not your circumstances. In midweek, we have patience. So this is going to be really important with patience. Make sure you're slowing down. Make sure you're not rushing. We're still in Mercury retrograde, so you definitely want to take time to be patient. And patience looks different for everyone. So make sure you're taking that time to honor yourself as well. We also have protect your energy, and I feel like that goes with the same energy of like not scattering your energy, and make sure that you are just protecting your peace, protecting your space, thinking of ways to like, say yes to yourself and say no to other people in a nice way. Um, but it's up to you to protect your energy. If you usually get off at 5 o'clock and your supervisor's like, hey, I need you to stay till 7, you need to check in with yourself. Like, do you have it in your gas tank to give? And if you don't, you simply don't. Hi, Brown Sugar. So nice to see you. Okay, so going into the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my guys are saying near the end of the week, it's really important to focus on being present. You can do that with, doing a body scan or practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a really good tool and tip if you're trying to recalibrate your energy, because it brings you in the present moment. And usually with my clients in therapy, I say, focus on gratitude of like the little things, like gratitude for like the iced coffee that you have, or gratitude for having access to clean water or AC. Like, gratitude for like the little things is going to be really big at the end of the week. Also, my guys are saying, going into the weekend, like, see beyond your circumstances, and your circumstances is maybe your current health, maybe the amount of money you have in your bank account, maybe it's the job that you don't like, maybe it's where you are in the relationships and the connections in your life. Maybe it's a feeling of loneliness and feeling like you're never going to have that relationship or that friend group or whatever it is. And, Spirit is saying, like, see beyond your circumstances. Like, really, like, I know these are my circumstances right now, but wouldn't it be nice if this was my circumstance? So remember, you don't have control of the external world, but you always have control over your internal world. You can always reframe things from the external world into your internal world, if that makes sense. My guys also said, going into the weekend, are you an active participant in your life, or are you living off of autopilot? There's so many times, especially like with my spiritual coaching clients, where they're so stressed out, they're so burned out that they're living on autopilot. They're not even an active participant in their life. They're living in so much of survival that they're just literally just living, like waking up, going to sleep, going to work, doing the mundane things. They have no passion. They feel lonely. They feel disconnected. And there's just little things that you can do to make sure that you're guiding your energy where you want it to go. Because if not, the external world will guide your energy for you, and you don't want that because it doesn't feel good. Also, for the end of the week, if you could make one wish, what would that wish be? Like, think about that. And with that wish, I want you to also connect with a sign. So you make the wish, and then I want you to think, okay, when I'm on my path, when I'm on the right path, I want a sign that I'm, on the right path with that wish. And that sign could be like a feather, pennies, a red cardinal, a blue jay. Think about something very specific, because a lot of times with my clients, when they ask for a sign, they'll say, "Oh, I asked for a yellow ladybug and then I got it, but it was a coincidence." So make sure you ask for a very specific sign. It could be a song on a radio. Just think of something very specific for you that resonates with you, because spirit is always trying to connect with us and give us signs and give us little breadcrumbs to make sure we're keeping our faith, make sure we're keeping that high vibration so we can attract in the life and the desires that we want, because spirit doesn't want us to be down here like struggling and being in survival mode. Like, if anything, our guides and our angels want us to be thriving. So yeah. So at the end of the week, we have see the magic. See the magic. So I love this. I really feel like seeing the magic is a choice. It's all a perspective, right? You can look at the glass half full, or you can look at the glass half empty. As a therapist, the most people I talk to, they see the glass half empty. And you see the glass half empty because you're in survival mode. If you're not able to meet your basic needs, if you are not getting your needs met, of course the glass is half empty. So it's up to you to see the magic. And like, you can do something as simple as going on a walk. And you can see so much magic just looking at the trees, looking at the clouds. Like, I'm such a clouds girly. Like, I love looking at the sky, and my partner's like, oh, it's just clouds. But I'm like, clouds are like so beautiful, especially with the sunset and the colors. And I love nature. So, make sure at the end of the week that you are focusing on, like, what are ways that I can see magic? Because you're going to see the magic differently than I see the magic. Okay, so the last card we have is all tied up. At the end of the week, if you feel all tied up, know that this is all your perspective. You're only as tied up as you feel, as you allow it to be in your mind, because the thing is, with her being all tied up, she could literally wiggle and shimmy out of those binds and be not tied up. So know that this is perspective. So know that if you are dealing with the circumstances that is making you feel tied up or restrained or anxious or stressed, know that you can like not focus on that. You can say, I'm giving that to the universe, and I'm going to allow everything to work itself out, because a lot of times when you're feeling all tied up, it's something that's outside of your circumstance. So as a mental health therapist, one of the questions that I pose to my clients is, what is in your control? What is somewhat in your control? And what is completely out of your control? And 99% of the time when people are stressed, they're focusing on what is outside of their control. There's no action, there's nothing that they can do to change what they want to change. So you have to stay in that realm of what action can you take, what is somewhat in your control, because if not, you're just going to drive yourself crazy, and then, the weekend's going to go by and you're not even going to be able to enjoy it. So, man, that was some really good messages. So, yeah, that's what I have for the week ahead. Really, like I said, slowing down, scheduling in breaks for yourself. I don't know if y'all do that or not, but I think that would be really, really helpful. But yeah, I'm done with the weekly reading, just connecting with you guys. How has everything been? How's this last week been for y'all? Does anybody have like any wins? It's so important to like focus on like the good things in life that's happened, because, you know, it gives your brain like something to look forward to or something to like celebrate yourself for. And we all have wins every single day, you know? For some people, their wins look differently. Some people, it's literally just getting out of bed, brushing their teeth, taking a shower, getting dressed. You know, depending on like how much in survival mode you're in. Maybe you got a promotion at work. Maybe you had, you know, a good interaction with someone. Like maybe you had a really good connection with a friend. Um, but I would definitely love to hear any wins. Oh, brown sugar, stomach infection from last week. I hope you feel better. That is tough. That is tough. Definitely sending you some healing energy. Yeah. Um, Whenever our body and our health is not right, like, oof, it like really stops you in your tracks. Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. And brown sugar, that's a really good thing to kind of highlight. Like if your health is not 100%, you know, the world and circumstances and people around you are still going to be demanding all of these things of you. So I hope that you're really taking this opportunity to say no to other people and yes to yourself. Like you need to use all of the gas in your gas tank like for yourself. And that's okay. You can get back to helping others when you feel better. Um, so I love that. That's use all your energy for yourself, but I hope you make a speedy recovery. That's tough. That is tough. But yeah, anyone else have any other wins? Okay, so it's like 3 or 4 of y'all in here. If y'all have any yes or no questions, I'll answer a few of those, and then that will be it. I will be getting off of here. I do plan to schedule a live. I have to see when it is for my schedule, but I want to schedule a live where I just have like a good hour and a half to just like read tarot, answer questions. I'm just trying to figure out like what day and what time. I'm thinking more of the evening time, but I'm not sure. Okay, Firefly Magic. I know you did amazing on your interview. That's your win. Wonderful. Oh, you didn't get the job. Well, I feel like, you know, Firefly Magic, I feel like, you know, sometimes what do they say? A rejection is a redirection. I feel like there's another opportunity that is going to be coming up for you, Firefly Magic, um, that is going to give you more of the money that you want, more of the lifestyle that you want, more of the flexibility that you want. Um, Yeah, I feel like whatever opportunity is going to be coming in for you, Firefly Magic, is going to provide you with more passion. It's going to provide you with more like of a purpose. So definitely keep applying. Know that you doing the interview and not getting a job wasn't in vain. Like it was just another opportunity for you to like shine and like practice those skills. So then when the right opportunity comes, you'll just knock it out the park. Yeah. And maybe they just didn't deserve you. Maybe they just didn't deserve you. Let's see. Okay. Relocation, yes or no, Spirit? Yes, no, maybe so. What you got? Okay. So, brown sugar, I am getting a yes, but then my guides are also saying that there's gonna be like options. So I don't know if there's gonna be to where like your husband has time to move or transition. It's not going to be like a quick up and move, if that makes sense. Like he's going to be presented with certain options or opportunities or flexibility. That's what they're showing me, flexibility. to make that move. So maybe he's going to be in that position for a month or two and in that location, and then he can ease or transition into the new location. Let's see. Let's see, Benita. What we got? Instagram. Okay. Spirit. What messages for Benita? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. I'm definitely getting a yes for you. I feel like the pendulum was very wide. Um, I do feel like this person is contemplating and going back and forth, back and forth. Not really sure what is causing them to hesitate. Maybe something because of the past. But I am getting a yes. I do feel like you're on this person's mind, um, and they're thinking about reaching out and connecting. Hi, Val. Okay. Let's see. Um, I know that's right, Firefly. They did not deserve you. Let's see. All right. Spirit, what messages for Firefly? Magic? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. Firefly, I'm getting a not right now. I don't know if this person is preoccupied or distracted, but I feel like they have a lot on their plate. I feel like there's going to be some moving pieces, things in their life, before they're energetically available to go out. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if they're like a workaholic or if they're busy, but that's what I got. Hey, baby. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yes, no, maybe so. Okay. Firefly, I'm getting a yes for the future date. I do feel like they need to like get themselves together. And that's only, I mean, that only benefits you though, you know, because you don't want someone coming to you and they're like distracted and have like a lot on their plate. That's wonderful, brown sugar. I'm definitely wishing the best for your husband and definitely sending you healing energy for your stomach. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I hope that y'all enjoyed the weekly reading. I definitely enjoyed connecting with you guys. I am about to get off of here, but I'm going to schedule some more lives soon. No problem. Let's see. You're so welcome, Firefly. Okay. Benita, last question. Let's see. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes. I'm getting a yes for you. I do feel like this person might be a little shy. All right. So yeah, if y'all missed the week ahead reading, like definitely go back and check it out. There was definitely a lot of gems in there on how to set yourself up for success for the week ahead. And I'm just definitely wishing you the best for the week ahead. And until next time, guys. Bye.